Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Sunshine at last, it's just so exciting. Finally, I mean we've had so much rain and the garden is just looking like it's been bombed. I mean it's everything's flopping over, and now is a really good time to give it a bit of a tidy up, sort of garden grooming if you like. And I just thought I'd take you through a sort of walk of the garden, just having a look at a few different things that can be done to kind of give it a bit of TLC, and also in advance of, if you're lucky enough to be going away, in advance of going away, it's quite nice to do a bit of a tidy up, cut back now, and then when you come back, you'll find that things will have, you know, new foliage will have grown and everything will just look a bit fresher. So it'll be really a good time to do it. So I'll just flip you around and I'll show you a few things. Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I just thought I'd show you the cutting back technique for Lapita. This is Six Hills Giant. It's gone bananas, it always does, and I really should replace it with a slightly sort of more compact one, particularly as it's right at the back door and it just flops out onto the gravel and everything. But I do kind of love it. It smells amazing. The cats love it. It's cat mint. And the bees love it, which is most important. But it's gone over now, and in the centre here, there's lots of fresh growth coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these old spikes off. So all you need literally is a pair of secateurs and a big bucket, which I got there. I'll just put my gloves on, and it's literally as simple as taking some of these big spikes right off at the base. Try not to leave any kind of nasty spiky bits sticking up. You can take them right down to the ground. It looks a bit brutal because they're still looking quite pretty, but I promise you in a couple of weeks there'll be a fresh mound coming up and it will look so much better. Lovely fresh silver foliage, and hopefully a few more flower spikes. Try not to damage any of the new growth, but to be honest, it's so vigorous, this particular variety, that even if you cut back some of the new growth, it'll still shoot up again. I just love the smell of it. I mean, you could put that in your house if you wanted to. It would drop quite quickly, or have it on a table outside in a big vase. It just looks so pretty, and the bees can still enjoy it then. It will take me a bit of time to do this, I guess, but I'll carry on, and then I'll kind of show you a photo of the finished article. All right, speak to you later, bye. So I'm in the jungle again, and I'm now removing, you can see here, this is a bucket of all of the Allium Christophii that I've just snipped down at the base, and I'm going to dry them. You just need to leave them somewhere cool and dark, like a shed or something, and then you can spray them the most gorgeous silvers and golds for Christmas. They look great just sort of wedged into a Christmas tree. It gives them really good sort of 3D dimension. Or you can have them in a big vase, but you need to dry them off really well before you do that. So I'm just going to take these into the shed, and I've got a few still remaining. Literally all you want to do is just cut them right down to the base, and there we have it, and just plot them like that. You can hang them upside down, that's probably the best way to do it. So if you've got something, you can tie them and hang them from a line or a beam or something. That would probably be best, and just see how you go. And also I think it's another good way just to tidy up the borders a bit, because whilst these are lovely and some people do leave them in for structure and stuff, I just think at this time of year it's quite nice to clear at least a few out, and it makes room for planting other things as well. So give it a go, and by Christmas hopefully we'll all have amazing Christmas trees with golden festoons all over the place. Yeah, can't wait. Actually, no, I don't want Christmas pie yet. All right, speak to you later. Okay, bye. Hello, I hope you're well. I'm doing more cutting back, and this time it's Camilla, which has literally gone everywhere. It's flopped. I mean, the rain, everything just really has sent it to the ground. And they're slightly going brown now. I mean, some of it's looking quite pretty still, but I think now is as good a time as any to kind of be quite brutal, because then what you'll find is in a couple of weeks, if you cut back all these old flowering stems and any old leaf, you'll find a new fresh mound of gorgeous leaves coming up. I mean, there's loads of new growth here already. And then you will get some more flowers as well, perhaps not as many as this, but you will get more. And it's just a really good thing to do to keep the garden kind of fresh and thingy. So you just want to follow the stems right back down to the base. All I've got is secateurs, use snips or whatever, trying not to damage the new foliage that's coming up, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter, because like Nepeta, this is so hardy and vigorous that it'll shoot up whatever. And there you go. Keep cutting it until you've got a nice round mound, and then you'll find new foliage will grow in literally a couple of weeks. You'll be amazed. So I hope that helps, and there's loads of other things you can do. Things like astrantia here, they can be cut right back. I'm not going to do this one quite yet because it's still looking quite pretty, but they can be cut right back to the ground almost, and you'll get new foliage. You might not get more flowers, you might get a few, but you'll still get that foliage, which means it will just look fresh. And instead of kind of, I always find in August it can look a bit barren and dry, particularly if we get some sun. God, I hope so. And you know, if you do this now, it just keeps it all looking zingy and alive. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll speak to you later. Okay, bye. Okay, my last sort of mini vid on cutting back. This is Geranium Silestemon, one of my favourites. It's so gorgeous, but as you can see, it has gone bananas, and what you've got is lots of lovely leaf and very few flowers. All the flowers are falling down to the bottom, and also it is hiding the most beautiful, I don't know if you can see that, yeah you can, Brunnera underneath. That's Brunnera, I think that's Alexander White or Alexander the Great or something. It's got the most massive leaf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back. If you look in the centre of the geranium now, there's fresh growth coming up. So I'm going to cut back all this, and I know we're cutting off flowers and it's a bit of a shame, but I promise you it will regrow and reflower this season, which is just so invaluable, because when you get back from a holiday, or even if you're not going away, just in a few weeks time, it will just look so much better. If you don't do this, it kind of by sort of middle of August, everything looks really desperately dry and sad. So it's quite nice to do it now, even if you are foregoing some of the kind of colour for a bit. So again, as with all the other perennials, you just want to get in there and cut back. And with these, you can cut back almost right to the ground, absolutely no problem at all. So I'm literally, as you can see, just chopping it all off. I'm going to take this off like that at the top, because I've actually got a framework here, which I homemade support that I made, which actually amazingly has lasted and stood the test of time. But I will cut through it, but it's just to get through it all. There's so much of it, and automatically you can see that this Brunnera is looking so much nicer. You can really get that effect, which is lovely. So that will kind of take on the baton for a bit, and then the geranium will reflower. So I hope that helps. Just do let me know if you've got any questions, and yeah, if you've got the time, just do it, because I promise you your garden will thank you for it, and the plants will too. All right, speak to you later. Bye.